They're not trying to be stupid to piss you off. They're just stupid.
All right. Well, we should be live now.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Wow. Uh, we are discussing today that people really, a lot of people don't understand. Scott's like a genius in AI, and he knows a lot and a lot about it. And I don't know hardly anything about it. I'm a happiness coach and an entertainer, and I run an entertainment company. Yet AI's come out, and there's many, many, many aspects that people don't even realize. And today we were talking, and I realized that I didn't know hardly anything either. I thought my thought was AI. You just talk to AI, and it does everything for you. It makes your video. Um, it does your marketing. It does your pictures. It does everything. And yes, it does. Yes, it does all that. But it's different AIs that do each individual part, and then you got to put them together. And I didn't know any of that. I was just pretty much blanket stupid, like probably half the people in the world who don't know anything about AI, and they're assuming AI is just this master computer that does everything for you with a button, and that's not it. I mean, Scott has to do so many things to make all this work, and people don't even realize. Uh, Go ahead and tell them some of the
I,
stories.
I don't know where to begin.
I
I
know,
don't know
just
where to
anywhere.
begin. It begins with me being very lonely because I don't have conversations with anybody. And the thing is, it's like people think they know it, like, or how to keep a conversation going or like understand what's going on, and then like, no, it doesn't work like that, that at all. Like, why doesn't that make sense to you? Like, that's what, so I have a new YouTube channel, like explaining how all the AIs work together. I test out different AIs. I show you different workflows, like why you would want to use certain type of copy versus other types of copy. If you don't know what copy is, it's basically the words that you use to either sell something or write into an email. It's like the literature or, words like a sentence, not like a book, because a book would be telling you a story where I guess copy would be selling you something. And then why would you use certain types of AI for copy versus like why would you use different AIs for SEO? I mean, you'd want to use Gemini's SEO because that's connected to Google. And where do most people search for their things? They do search through Google. And when I was in Dallas, I learned something new, that a lot of people are using Chat GPT, Gemini, Grok to find things. And when they ask, what's the best type of earbuds or whatever, it constructs the information differently than how Google search works. So if you go to Google and type in earbuds, you get paid advertisements that shoot up to the top, where ChatGPT will go out and find out a certain number of articles. I don't remember how many, but it's better to have negative reviews versus the positive reviews, and then it negates what it doesn't like, or negates what won't work best for you, and then it only shows you certain types of information. And they were explaining in Dallas that you wanted to go out and put some negative information about you, so it knew that there was plus and minuses of you, and that would basically hold you as a true source, and your name would raise up higher. And that's for only people that are using AI to do the search versus going to Google versus like asking Chat GPT. Okay, so different types of AI. There's AI to make images. There's AIs to take those images and make them into videos. There's AIs to take images and then use those references to make new images. There's AI to create workflows, right? Let's say this, like, what's a workflow? Well, what's the best case scenario for booking a customer? Well, they're going to need an email, they're going to need a text message, they're going to need more emails, copy that makes sense, talks to somebody like they're a human. There's going to be scarcity NLP tactics involved, like you better book now or there won't be any places available. There's AIs that can go out and scrape information from the web, like, so if you were like went into Chat GPT and you were like, find me most local businesses that are landscapers, so I can call them and see if they need AI services. And it'll go through government websites because you have to register with the government in order to be a business, and it'll find the phone numbers that they've registered with, and then you just hire someone to call those people to find out if they need AI services. And then there's other AIs that you could just click in a command and say, build me a website, and then it'll build you a website. But it's not like you could just go to one spot and then just like a freaking genie and go like this and say, make something. It doesn't really work like that. And you might be like, why would I want to use AI to create anything? Because it's the most freaking up to date, powerful tool on the planet to be wherever you want it to go, like whatever your vision is. Like if you had cancer or something like that, you could be like, build me out a schedule of what I should eat, when I should take my meds, whatever, right? And you would put in the data of, because it's a lot of data. It collects and crunches information. What's your blood type? How much do you weigh? What's your cholesterol? We put all that information in, and then you tell it to give you reminders. Oh, check your blood pressure today. Let's see if you're on track. Maybe we need to adjust. And then you could basically now just talk to it and be like, oh, this is what I got going on. How do I get better? Or how do I make this happen? Or how do I become a millionaire? Or how do I get this car? Or are there things that I'm missing that I don't understand? There, so there's a lot there, right? Like, and like not even having like the knowledge to know to ask those questions is what frustrates me. Like the thing is, like, what was it, one I was talking to one of my DJ companions or colleagues or whatever you want to talk about, right? And I just have such a hard time dealing with people that have tunnel vision or scarcity mindset, or like, that don't understand like the capabilities that are out there, but you're just stuck right here instead of like there's a whole freaking world out there. So I was talking to one of my colleagues about, oh, I go and learn the newest things, and I'm studying from the best coaches online and all this stuff. And the guy goes, well, have you seen any results from all your efforts? Mind you, this guy that works for me, and since there were DJ companies and all this stuff, like he owns his own company and he doesn't. Okay, case in point, me, I'm going this way, doing this. This guy's doing this way, going this. Nothing wrong with either side. He has his own company, and yes, we do work together. Let's say he does a service for his own company. Like somebody comes to him, not related to me whatsoever, because he owns his own business and he DJs an event. He goes to this event, and people start Googling him because he's such a great DJ. Oh, I gotta have him at my event. My AI marketing is so good that they have to call me to get to him. Luckily, I'm a good person and I just give them the information to the right spot. And yet I do explain to them, I pay $1,500 a month for you to be able to find me over him, even though he does work with me. And on top of that, let's just say for an instance that I didn't have him on my website and people couldn't find him at all. Like, how much money are you losing because they can't find you to begin with? So yeah, a lot of people out there, and it really frustrates me. They think that, oh, I put $100 in, I should get $200 out. It's not freaking measurable, and I'm telling you that right now. It's not measurable at all. You can try and predict what's going on, but it doesn't work like that at all. And that's what people want for the answer. 90% of the time, when I talk to somebody, they have the mentality of like, well, if you put X in, you're going to get X out. No. And you can't scalable. It's not scalable like that. If you put X in, you're going to get something, right? Well, what do you do with them after you get them? And there's no like magical formula. If there was a freaking magical formula, everybody would be fucking millionaires right now. There is no fucking magical formula. It's grind, it's get people. You put $100 in, let's say you get 10 leads, and somebody else puts $100 in and they get 10 leads. Well, who's emailing them, texting them, setting up Zoom calls and making it easier for them to book it, and then convincing this person who's the serious business versus who's not? And that's the question I got from this guy. Have you seen any efforts? Well, they can't even get to you without calling me. So you tell me. And then I did another gig with somebody else like 2 days ago, And I started showing him, I'm like, hey, this is how you do it. Like this is, I got the results. Like I did 100,000, I did 260, I did 300 and something. Last year, 2025, I did 420. And then I was explaining like you can't, so the same paid amount every single month, but it's not like the was predictable exact amount because there's only so many events that are going to happen. There's only so many services that you have. There's only so many DJs you could put out. There's only so much you can charge per day. Or if you have, expensive items like pipe and drape or LED screens, or if the people that are even having events those they want those services. That's how the number keeps jumping up. But those things are unpredictable. They're unvariable. They're just whatever's happening, right? And then I explained to this guy, well, I'm going to buy LED screens so that I can continue to increase my income because you're just going to tap out if you do more of the same, and that's an insanity loop. So anyway, I was explaining to him because he's DJing for me at an event right now. Like, and I'm like, oh, look, this is how you do it. This is my numbers. This is everything I've done. At the end of the event, I was like, you do know I fly around the country learning from the best people in the planet that do this kind of thing. And his question was, have you seen any results from your efforts? So it's fucking frustrating to me to talk to people, and that's why my patience is where it is.
Expectations. That's what I was saying earlier today. Expectations. When you expect something from somebody, it, it, this is a little bit of a Scott issue. Scott's a really, 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 really intelligent person. And when he finds somebody who seems not to know much and he assumes they should, wherever they're at, but they're not there. And you probably met people in the world who think they know more than they actually do. And Scott runs across this a lot because he's dealing with a lot of people. So he's going to see it a little bit more than you do, probably. Yet he gets a little frustrated when he sees that he doesn't understand why they don't know much. And what I'm just saying is most people, and I'm not trying to be mean to people, I'm just saying most people aren't educated as well as Scott, who works every single day of his life to be more educated and gone to so many classes and studied probably an average of the 3 to 4 hours a day on learning more stuff. And so sometimes I do say, Scott, people aren't going to be able to be where you're at because they haven't even learned that they don't even know that they don't even have the knowledge. They don't know what they don't know. It's like the AI. And that was me today when I said I thought AI did exactly what it had a blanket statement that AI, you go to the big AI, you get the big bad boy AI, the most expensive, and it'll do everything for you. And it doesn't. See, and I assume, and this is to make an ass out of both of us assuming, but what I'm saying, I'm going to say a portion of the world think the same way I did this morning is that AI is just this new thing that does everything for somebody who has the money to afford AI, and it's taking over the world. We hear it every day. AI is going to do this. It's going to take over this. It's going to, everybody's going to be fired because AI is going to do everybody's job. A lot of this is true, but a lot of it isn't. Everybody in the world's not going to be fired, and AI that can't do everything in the world, just one AI. Yes, you can get one that's building it and doing all that. And Scott, even today, really gave some education here, is all these different things he's using AI for. And I'm not sure the thought about what some people don't realize when he says about his company's growing each and every year and it's getting more money. And they say, well, has any of this helped you? Oh yeah, I've increased my sales for like the last 4 years, $100,000. And how about you? You can say, what have you done? And success in not only that, Scott has like a Tony Robbins would say, invest in your knowledge and yourself because that's the only thing you really can't lose ever is your knowledge and yourself. And Scott every day studies. Even when he's got gigs, he studies. And every once in a while, he'll take a break, but hardly ever. So Uh, that's that's why because people become geniuses like Scott is because they've worked every day to get smarter.
I don't even consider myself that smart. In fact, I'm like
They that's the
the
do
lowest guy on
what's
the
that Dunning
wall.
Kruger effect? The okay, the Dunning Kruger effect. One is that some people think they're smarter than others. They know everything about everything, and they don't know hardly anything about it, but they think they know. And Scott's the other of it. It's like somebody who's really, 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 really intelligent and doesn't believe where he's at, and it sort of frustrates him when other people aren't there. And neither wrong and a wrong, but I can tell you when you meet, you'll know when you meet him, and when you see a guy that goes, "I know everything I do. I know everything about this." And
Oh my God.
they don't even know. It'd be like me saying, "I know everything about AI." And today, Scott proved me wrong because I really did have the concept that you could just buy a super AI computer and it'll do everything for you just by see. I want to just talk to it. I just want to push a button and talk to it, and say, well, how can I do my dishes better? How can I get my air duct cleaned better? How can I get my cars running better? How can I get my houses running better? And just keep on asking it, and it's going to do it. And I think it will do a certain amount of it, but you're going to have to get different AI equipment to do different AI things, which I didn't understand. So I think there's a lot of misconception with AI. I bet you about a percentage of the world think AI going to make robots and they're going to attack your house and take all your money.
I don't know what the future holds. I just know it's a lot of work to get it to do what I got it to do now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Well, my hair is off to you.
Yeah, I don't.
Man,
I guess the biggest thing, two pet peeves is like people that think they know but have no clue, or yeah, I guess that would be the biggest one. Like, there's some people that are humble, but they'd ask like a stupid question, and then there's other people that are like really loud. Oh, I know this, that, and the other thing, and then you start, asking questions, and they don't really know. But
what
it's so hard to find the right people, I guess.
what advice would you give someone kind of like me or some of the people you talk to, how to get more educated on this, on AI per se? Would you say library, read a book, go to the internet? Is there a source that,
Probably ask the AI what I don't know and what I need to know, and then have it ask you questions like, "What do you think AI is?"
okay,
That's probably like the best way. Um, when I was at breakfast yesterday, I knew my funnel page was up, and I didn't know all the things it needed. Like I know it's up. I know if if someone put their information in, it would do all the right things. But like I knew it wasn't pro level. So when I was eating breakfast at a restaurant, I just put my website in, and then it gave me a list of 8 things to do this when you get home, which I didn't have time to do yesterday because I had a gig. So I'm gonna do that today. But it was like, as long as you asked the right question, it was like you downloaded uh, an expert's opinion in seconds. So it's use it for the efficiency. You still got to go out and do the thing, but and knowing what the right question is to ask. What was I listening to Elon yesterday? He said he had an existential crisis in his teenage years because he didn't understand the meaning of life, and he did and the way he processed information. So he read this book called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and for whatever reason, this turned him around. And he said,
what's the answer? 34?
yeah, something like that, right? That's the thing,
Answer
right? Like,
34.
and he said
67. I don't know.
the answer is the universe. It's just that we know how to ask the right question.
There was a thing you mentioned this morning when we're talking is basically, but sometimes AI can give you information that it believes is right. Sometimes you have to check it because it might not be totally right because it's pulling from the whole internet, all
So
the
that's why he
information.
would use
Yeah.
Grok. You would use Grok because it's supposed to be the most scholar. Is
Okay.
that a word?
It sounds
Scholar.
good to me. Scholarly or
Scholar. It's supposed to be the most scholarly. Scholar. Scho-
you're gonna have to ask AI.
Yeah, how do you say that word? I don't know. It's supposed to be the most accurate and blunt, right?
So
Where
that's what I'm saying.
the other ones will give you more of a corporate friendly nudge.
Uh,
You could swear at Grok. It's okay.
that's why I'm getting grok.
And ChatGPT, Billy Jean uses that, and he has foul language, so that one was all right. But it told you if you wanted to be the most blunt, use Grok, which I have the $30 one for that. I know I just posted a video about Frank Kern's Project Shepherd. I actually got to sit down with him because I use that a lot, and he has something weird about his memory tokens. So let's say you go to the website and you start using it a lot, and then you have like your life invested into a thread. Well, once you reach a certain memory point, it won't give you no more, so you have to start over again. I actually got like I love it. I love the way it writes, but if he can't fix that, I can't keep it because I put a lot of information in there. I put a lot.
So what do you do with that? Do you get more storage for the?
No, the memory is per chat.
Okay.
So
If you get too high, it just deletes it.
yeah, so I've been working with it for years, and then I had all my information in there for however long I had it, and then once you run out of memory, you got to start over again. Well, I didn't want to restart over again with all the information that I had in there, and then now that I've been using it recently, I don't know if it's because I've already ran out of memory, and then now every time I start a new chat, I don't go too long and it cuts me off.
Wow.
And he said, out of all the people that subscribe to his AI, there's only been like two or three people that have done what I've done. So I don't even know if he knows how to handle someone like me. Well, obviously not. I mean, like nobody can handle me. But anyway, like I don't know if he knows how to handle that
Yeah,
situation.
it does sound like it's a glitch there, uh, and yet most people aren't going to hit that glitch until later when they've used it so
I mean, they
long.
weren't as serious as I was, obviously.
Right. I
You know,
mean, apparently you're on there a lot. Uh, uh, just just what you said today, most people won't understand at all the different types of
and
AI.
that's what they said in Dallas. The girl was on stage and she's like, I'm talking to CEOs that make millions a year and they think AI is just Chat GPT.
Right.
They don't even say AI. Oh yeah, get that Chat GPT out. Like it's what?
And name a few just off your head.
For
Like,
what? For what? What's your
well,
goal?
no, like Elon's. What's Elon's?
Grok. Grok. Grok.
And what's
Gemini,
Gemini?
which is Google's Gemini.
And then
ChatGPT, OpenAI. So the
okay,
ones that do video are Sora, which is OpenAI. VO3, which is Google's, which is the comparable to Sora. And I have the video channel like the YouTube channel talks about that. Nano Banana was one of the best image generators, which is Google Gemini. And then there's other, like I use Project Shepherd, which is Frank Kern's own copy, again for just writing text and stuff. Project Shepherd, Chat Ojoy is his. And those are just AIs for copy, image, video generation. I use Leonardo AI for image generation, Polio.ai for image and video generation. Now those are like subcategories. They're like the ones that take all the AIs that are out there, put them under one umbrella. You can buy credits, and then you can do multiple things within one umbrella. Versus like Fall.ai, which is all of the AIs for image and content creation, but they don't talk to each other. Like, but in Leonardo and Polio AI, they can talk to each, like you can do separate steps within the same software. So I can show you real quick. So like it's kind of hard to like I didn't understand that when I was doing it, right? So here's my Facebook. So like I was saying, Leonardo AI, which is an image slash video generator. So if I go, um, I could say me on a plane, right? And then I want to do image. Oh, actually, let's go to image because I can load up the images that are already there. So if you already have something loaded, if it wants to load, I swear it's there. Or maybe I hit refresh. My internet could be slow. So anyway, we have, uh, for time's sake, right? Like I went through and said, put me on a beach. Now I can also make that a movie by over here. So I can either upscale it or create video, and then you give it a prompt. Oh, I want the waves behind me and the trees moving. So that would be an image, but it's all within each other. Versus this one, which is a collection of all the AIs, but they don't talk to each other like they do inside of here. Like I can't go image to video, but it's all in one streamline thing. These are just for images that I created. So this one, I would just do fall that credit. What is it? Image to image on Fall AI, and you would use this one because I could upload images of myself, and then say I want four pictures or three pictures, and the reason you want that is because AI spits out a lot of garbage, and then hopefully you get one good one out of the take, and then you could go just for the thumbnail we did today. Like we have this, which created that, and then we voted on different images. See, this one didn't keep my likeness, right? So again, that's if you want to know more about that, that's all I talk about on the new YouTube channel. So
Yeah, there's a lot of knowledge right there.
I
Just
spent $300 just on generating videos that were garbage to figure out how to get my prompter what do they say dialed in. So if you want to save $300, just subscribe to that YouTube channel, which is Coach Scott King AI.
there you go. I think even everything you said today, I well, if anybody watches this, they will understand
Yeah,
it's a lot
the whole
different
three
than what they
views we
thought.
get. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Mom.
So I think there's just so much knowledge people don't even know. Again, they don't know what they don't know, and till they decide they want to learn more, they're probably never going to learn, and that's kind of where it's at. So you got to figure out, or you can hire somebody like Scott to just set up your whole setup and you know and give you the answers that you don't have, and that's the reason we're here. Sometimes to give you the information, or you can even just ask some information under our videos, and we'll try to figure out if we can give you that information, whatever it is. So, my God, hands down to you, Scott. My gosh, there's a lot of knowledge in you. I don't know. I was about to say I wish I had some of your knowledge, and I think maybe it would just be too overwhelming.
Well, I'll be here making videos. If anybody has any questions about AI, I'll just make that the next topic.
Ta-da!
I've gotten 9 subscribers on the new channel, and I think today makes 2 weeks, so that's about five per week. And then because I'm so new to YouTube, I actually took a class on how to make my videos look better. I've always okay. So here's the funny thing: like I've always been a video editor, but I was never self-taught. Like I was self-taught, and I never took any professional classes. But I had professional classes in audio, so I learned how to do video editing. Without YouTube. Like I had to learn it like by just finding people and figuring out how to do tricks. So I bought a professional and with my video editing, I've been flown across the world to be a video DJ. So that's my oh yeah, I'm a good video editor because I have proof like I've been flown around the world. So I actually bought a class for professional video editing, like much level higher level than my, what do they call it? My
A grade.
bootstrap learning or
Yeah.
whatever. So I actually bought professional training. So these videos are even a step above of what I used to be able to do.
Yeah. AI is going to be it.
Some of it's AI, but some of it's like just like the classes I were taking, they're like, oh, this is how you do this, this, and this. You know, ever see like somebody who's like really great? Like there's a one person out on this planet, who is a card, not a magic guy. He doesn't like being called a magician. He likes being called like a like handler or something like that. And he's blind, right? But he could fix any deck however he wants to fix them, and he was taught how to do it wrong. And since he learned how to do it wrong, he became the best in the world at it with magic tricks or not. He doesn't call it magic. He calls it like I don't know. I have to go back and watch it now. But anyway, he does this interview with this guy, and he starts doing his stuff. I can put ace anywhere, like, and then you cut the deck and whatever, right? I can do whatever. And then halfway through the video, he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm blind." Like what? And then I learned how to do these tricks because the person who told me how to do these tricks told me how to do it wrong to slow down my progress. But then I learned how to do it that way. And that's what it's like for me with video editing. Like, I know how to video edit and I'm pretty good at it, but I never knew how to do it like the right way. Like,
Persistence.
yeah, I was gonna
I,
figure it out.
I've got an example of that too. When I was in college, uh, I knew a guy who was the world or not one of the champions in putting like 13 what's those things you skateboards on top of each other and doing a handstand on them, and he'd do halftime shows. And he was only like 5'4", and I he had a unicycle, and I said, "Can I borrow it so I can learn it?" And I learned how to ride a unicycle, but it was a 5 foot. It was set to his height, and I was 6 foot, and I bloodied my legs, but I still learned how to ride it. But I didn't know. I didn't know you were supposed to raise the seat. I just thought all unicycles were that
This
way.
is how it's done, right?
Yeah, this is how it's done. He's doing it. Look at him. I can do that. And every time I missed, it hit my shin and I'd bleed and
You
I'd
learn not
bleed.
to miss.
But yeah, I learned not to bleed. Yeah. So sometimes, uh, and I don't say that's always the case that we need to do that because we were talking in a different group. Why reinvent the wheel if it's already invented? Let's use the wheel we have. Let's improve that. So wherever you're at, whatever that is, start from there and go on. And if you do find out you're riding a unicycle that's 6 inches too short, raise the seat. Or just take some advice from somebody who knows more than you. Ask somebody who knows how to ride a unicycle and ask them why. Oh, why am I not? Why is this so hard for me? And they'd say, well, you got it on the wrong adjustment. And
Your
sometimes you
shoes are on
get
the wrong
that. Yeah.
feet.
Yeah. Doctor, every time I do this to my head, it hurts.